Another super exciting, outrageous toy review. Say hi in the chat. Hey, boys and girls. Welcome to another super exciting, outrageous toy review. Green Yeti, good to see you. We are unboxing a bunch of Masters Universe Classics figures. I've been subbing to all of the Masters of the Universe figures from Mattel and then later from Super 7. I actually need to order the newest stuff. And my voice sounds weird. Is that any better? I got the microphone here. Was it just too far away? What's up, man? It sounds robotic and no, not better. Let me try this. Let me unplug it and plug it back in. See if that makes any better. Uh-oh. I don't want bad sound for you guys. Speak louder. I'm speaking pretty loud already. You can't hear me? Uh-oh. I hope this isn't going to be disastrous. Is it on? Wow. I can see it's not registering much. Can you hear me now? Wow, it really isn't picking up much, is it? Hello? Uh-oh. I hope this isn't going to be a problem for the whole stream. Anybody else hearing it any better or any worse? Otherwise, I'm going to start digging into these figures. No comment. All right. I think we're going to start with Beastman. This is based on the Filmation character. And I've been wanting to get this guy open for a while and just haven't gotten around to it. Back of his package shows off cartoon style artwork there. And you can see him in the I'm just fine. All right, maybe we got it fixed. Thanks, John. We've got him in the Castle Grayskull style packaging, which is cool. Now it's all glitchy. What did you use last time? This is the exact same setup as last time. The only thing I can think of is that something just isn't streaming right on one end or the other. All right, there's Beastman. See if we can share some space here, baby Skeletor. And we got a whip. I like the position they've got it molded in. Not try to complain. I just wish I could hear you better. I wish you could hear me better too. I'm not sure what's going on. Green Yeti, you could always leave and come back. Maybe that would fix it on your end if other people can hear it fine on their end. I'm not sure. There's a little meter that I get to see that shows me the mic, and it just shows one green dot. It never goes higher than that, so I'm not sure. You tried leaving and coming back? My mic is all the way up. My mic is on. It's plugged in. I've got a little blue light on this thingy here. Go higher. It's all the way up, buddy. I can't go any higher, Green Yeti. Something with the camera. I'm sorry, Kevin. I am. All right. I don't know, man. Not sure what to tell you. Sorry about that. There's Beastman with his whip. And I've got a shield here for him. Let's see. I'm kind of tempted to see what this sounds like on my end here. YouTube. Oh, this doesn't show me my own stream. Let's try it. Sorry, guys. SEO. Go. Everybody have a good weekend? Or a good week, I mean? Let's see here. I'm live. Oh, I got an ad. Come on, let me skip it. Skip ad. I sound okay to me. Not sure. That's trippy. All right. All right. So we got Beastman out of the package. Let's get back to this. Beastman looks amazing in his Filmation style sculpting and costumes. He's got his little arm guards on there. They're a little bit smaller than the vintage figure. He's got his furry collar with less detailing because this is the Filmation style. It looks really good. Of course, he's got the bright blue loincloth. He's got the little bright blue medallion on his chest there. He's got like the blue eyeliner, but it looks less like face paint than the vintage figure. I'm sure the shield is episode specific, but I don't know exactly which one. And as I mentioned before, I do like that the whip is pre-posed in kind of a cool whipping shape because the vintage figure just came with like a string, which just kind of laid there limp. Wasn't real great, but this is a pretty fun Beastman. I really like these Filmation figures that we got because the old classics figures, and this line's been going on for 10 years. Beastman, you furry flea-bitten fool. Nice to see you, Rose. Probably Tony's there too. Great figure, really cool figure. I'm glad I finally got to open them up, and I love that they're making so many of the Filmation style characters there. All right, let's see who's next in the pile over here. Guess who's going to Joe Fest? I assume you are, Green Yeti. Is that in Atlanta? Joe Fest? Down south. Next up, we have Queen Grayskull. Are you going? I don't know if I'm going. When is Joe Fest? I have a feeling it's like a bad time for me. It's hard for me to take off work. During summer is awesome for me, but during the rest of the year it's really hard. Next August? Oh, next August. Maybe. That might be something I could work out. I would love to go, for sure. I'll definitely have to look into it. I think, is Sergeant Slaughter going to be a guest at that? And I have a feeling Hoodie Coco's going. I would love to hang out with him again. Queen Grayskull. This is sort of the 2000X Sorceress, but this is like the original version of her. Yeah, Sarge will be there. This is sort of an Egyptian version of the Sorceress from the 2000 series, and the wife to King Grayskull, the kind of original He-Man from the 2000X series. Pretty cool figure. I'm glad they finally did her. They called her Vina in the series. And after the death of her husband, Grayskull's widow took up the lonely duty of guardian residing in Grayskull's castle to watch over the secret orb she helped create, containing the power of the universe. All right, we're going to open this up. Get her out of the package. She has been in this box for quite a while now. I have a big display case in a different room that has the majority of my MOTU Classics figures in it. And when I filled that case, I sort of stopped opening the MOTU Classics figures. I just didn't know what to do with them. I actually filled up a whole shelf in another room and was just like, what do I do? And I just sort of stopped opening these guys. And so now lately, once in a while when I do a live stream, I've been trying to open a bunch of them up because I feel bad. I do really like these toys. And it's a shame I just haven't gotten them open. Hey, where's your sister? What's her name? Erica is not my sister. And she's not here today. She was supposed to be here for the stream, but she's actually dog sitting for her mom tonight. Very disappointing. Yeah, Erican. There it is. Erica. What were the other names that were made up for her last stream? You just got a carded Shira figure for Christmas. She's an original. You won't be opening her. Yeah, that's awesome. An original Shira is very cool. I have a carded, I think, Glimmer from the original line. But an original Shira would be really sweet. Oh. I have 2 original Shiras in my collection, but 2 or 3 actually, maybe. But none of them are carded. I have my sister's Shira that she had when we were kids. And then I bought another one to get an accessory or something I needed, and I have one that came in a lot that has her haircut short that I've kind of considered customizing into Adora, but never did it. One thing you guys together. We're co-hosts on a YouTube channel. Let's see here. There we go. That was a struggle. They used a lot of rubber bands on this figure. There's Vina. Pull over, Beastman, you fool. We still got to get her wings out of the package here. Let's see. Oh, okay. So these are articulated very similar to Swiftwind's wings, if you know the Swiftwind figure or Seed. There's a little articulation point. She's got holes in her back to plug them in. What's up, Paul? How are you doing? Plug this one in. I don't know how many of you guys know Paul, but my buddy Paul has been a big help in the history of this channel, making sure things go right. Heather says hi too. Hey, Heather. Heather used to be my co-host here on SEO Toy Review. They're good. Paul helps me out a lot behind the scenes with getting some of the review samples that we do on the show and giving me suggestions and ideas. He's from Screenwave Media, my YouTube network, and those guys are awesome. All right, let's see here. She's got this funny wrap thing that goes around her, and she's got a staff. I actually have a cool 2000X era statue of this figure that Tony gave me. It was I think a previews exclusive or something like that. All right, there's Vina, Queen Grayskull in the Preturnia era or whatever they call it. And lots of hugs for you, Kevin. Tony's going to keep watching. I have to head back to work. All right, see you, Rose. There's Vina. She looks awesome. That's a really cool figure. But put her with King Grayskull. Those wings take up a ton of space, though, on a shelf. We finally have the new Filmation He-Man Skeletor. Got them on pre-order. Oh, yeah, Joe Fan 82. Nice to see you. Yes, anybody interested in getting the cartoon-style He-Man and Skeletor that sold out and were hard to get, they're re-releasing them as Ultimate versions. They come with extra heads and some new accessories. So you get like a laughing Skeletor face, you get a laughing He-Man face, you get a robot He-Man face, and you get a He-Man with glowing eyes to be Faker. Great way to pick up those figures if you missed them. I'm actually going to order them soon. Even though I have the original ones, I want to get the new ones. Ooh, you want that? Yeah, Paul, you definitely should get them. We'll talk, but I can always throw them on my order if you want to save on shipping. Vlog for it will be up the week after this week. Which vlog, Green Eddie? I missed something. Oh, you're going to a convention Sunday? You want to see it, Kevin? I'm on the plane from Paris to Florida right now. I didn't know you lived in Paris, Green Yeti. I had no idea you were French. Cost, I don't know. I'm gonna say like $35. Tends to be what those figures are. I'll email you the details before I order mine. All right. How we doing? We're just blowing through figures right now. I'm American. My parents moved to Paris before we went. Oh, Okay. If under 50, you're in. I don't have an accent. Well, that's good to know, Green Yeti, because I wouldn't want to read your comments with a poor American version of a French accent. That would be insulting to everyone involved. But you're part French. All right. Learning so much about you, Green Yeti. A Lobulus fan, French American, or American French. What order is your citizenship in? Next up, we've got the Horde Wraith. This is the 2000X version, sort of Shadow Weaver. Vincent says hi. Hey, Vincent. What's up, buddy? In the 2000X series, the Evil Horde shows up sort of towards the end. They really didn't get a lot of screen time. They just sort of got cut short. And they made additional characters. They bolstered the ranks of the Horde, and they sort of made these wraiths that were Shadow Weaver-esque. These are more masculine than Shadow Weaver, obviously, and it's kind of a cool figure. Here in Paris, G.I. Joe are bloody like 20 pounds. Our over 10 pounds. 82 for both of them with shipping. Holy cow! I didn't realize they were that expensive. They're like $40 a piece then. And they're ultimates, so maybe that makes sense. I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll look into it. I'm pretty sure I'm getting them anyway, even though I already own them. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Thanks for the intel, though, Joe fan. All right, opening up the Wraith. Just want to mention that my X-Acto knife here is very rusty, so if I cut myself, I'm gonna need a tetanus shot for sure. Money here in Paris is difficult. Whoops. I'm gonna lose. Up. Figure stand. All right, it comes with an Evil Horde staff. I hope that doesn't sound too terrible as I open these up. Come on. All right, we got the figure stand here. Am I doing this right or am I doing this wrong? Where does it go? Okay. And this plugs into the bottom. This is pretty similar to the way the Shadow Weaver figure works from this line. And Shadow Weaver is one of the hardest figures in this line to get. Everybody was dying to get Shadow Weaver. Kevin, we need to get you a blue snowball mic for these. Yes. I need to get a new laptop and actually use XSplit for these and like not use the webcam built into this laptop. It would be good. Green Yeti, I would love to see your Daytona vlog. There we go. Whew. There we go. There is the Horde Wraith. Blacked out face with those menacing eyes, a tattered robe, and a ripped up cape. Just looks really cool. There are no legs on this figure. Just a robe there. All right. And he's got cool, like, magic casting hands. You know, like putting a spell on you. But they're still posed so he can hold his staff. Excellent. Excellent demonstration of how he can hold a staff there, Kevin. You did it. There we go. Pretty cool. Glad I finally got this guy out of the package. The Horde looked amazing in the 2000X cartoon show, and it's a shame that we didn't get to see more of them. They kind of got shortchanged. I think they were going to use them more in future seasons, and it just didn't happen. 2-cam setup would be sweet. It would be an honor to have you subscribe to me. I will definitely subscribe for Yeti for sure. I get it all. Sorry, just going back and checking to make sure I didn't miss any comments. What do we have next? Also, let me take a quick break to plug a few other things. My friend Matt at Retro Now, is that backwards to you guys? I should have wrote it backwards. I didn't think about it. Retro Now, I believe, is going to be streaming at 9. So this stream is going to end right around 9. So if you want to check out his stream, you can. Retro Now is another local toy guy. He was at RetroCon. Big Transformers fan. I don't really know what he's streaming tonight, but he is planning on streaming. Did we talk about the 12 million lifetime views? No, we didn't yet, Paul. That's another one of my little cutaway things. Today, well, not today, it was actually on Halloween. The channel broke 12 million lifetime views. The last stream we had, we were celebrating 12,000 subscribers, but now we have 12 million total views, which is crazy. That's a lot of views. That's a lot of people watching videos about toys. And I can't thank all you guys that watch enough, because we wouldn't have been there without you guys. The subscribers, the viewers, it's all super important. This is fun for me. Like, I love doing all this stuff, but the support of all of the fans and all of the community is what really makes this work out so great. And it's so awesome having you guys actively participating in the chat, and even the people that are lurking in the video. That's awesome too. Other things to plug. Well, let's open another toy, and we'll plug a few other things. I'm gonna promote a few videos we got going on. What do we got next? We've got Pravis. This is another 2000X character. This is on the 2002 cartoon show. DG Music, you're a lurker? Welcome. I'm glad you're not lurking anymore. Let's see. What kind of music are you into? Do you make music, or do you just like music? I'm intrigued. Come on, Rusty Knife. Don't fail me now. I am a living musical note floating through the breeze. Wow. You have to talk now? Sorry. Was I being too silent? I was engaging? I was engaged? Are you talking to the lurker? Oh, yeah, okay. Come on. One thing that helps about when Erica's here while I'm making these videos is that she can talk while I'm wrestling the things out of the package. It comes with a little lamp. Oh, he's so demonic looking. There's Pravis. Check out that guy. He's got like a serpent tongue, amazing antlers. Let me check his bio real quick. I remember him being in the 2000X show, but it's been a long time since I watched it. All right. Queen Grayskull, you're down. Ford Wraith, you're moving over. Pravis needs a good spot. People can see him. Let's see. That's the Horde Wraith. Pravis, please have a bio. There we go. Bio. Released by Count Marzo from a magical prison, Pravis, the Untamed, roamed throughout Eternia, terrorizing the populace and causing havoc throughout the land. Marzo had intended to use Pravis as a distraction to divide Miro's troops during the Great Unrest, but thanks to the heroic Prince Keldor, Pravis was contained again inside a magical lamp. Decades later, after Hordak returned to Eternia, 2 of his bumbling minions released the Warlord again, but this time he was quickly enslaved to the Horde invaders by Hordak's Chief Witch. Pravis used his unstoppable strength and great magic to destroy any heroic warriors who got in his way. So the Chief Witch is Shadow Weaver, and Prince Keldor is actually Skeletor before he turned evil. Vincent just whispered, "Daddy, can he actually hear us?" Yes, Vincent, I can hear you. I'm open for tonight because I'm on the plane. All right, Yeti, Green Yeti, I will definitely DM you later once this stream is over. And somebody else said something, but I don't read that language, so I feel bad. Where is she? You came for the pretty girl. Erica was supposed to be here. I mentioned this already, but you weren't here, I guess. Erica was supposed to be here for the stream, and she apparently had to dog sit for her mom's dog, and she forgot. And her mom called her and was like, "Hey, we're leaving for this trip. You have to come over and take care of the dog." And her dog is 12 years old, and she loves that dog more than probably anybody else on the planet. And the dog is old and needs like medication every like 4 hours or something crazy. So she's taking care of her 12-year-old dog. Yeah, so that's what's going on. I don't know. Bummer. All right. So there's Pravis. He's not a genie, but they trapped him in a lamp anyway. There's his magic lamp. He's got this crazy mace club weapon. Some really cool detailing with this dragon scale loincloth piece. And he's got this crazy shoulder pad there, the dragon head on that. Looks pretty cool. So he's a cool figure. He's kind of episode specific. I don't know if he was in more than one episode, maybe two. But just a neat character, and it's amazing with a toy line that lasted for 10 plus years. We're in the 10th year right now for Master Universe Classics, being produced by two different companies. But they've made so many characters. They made like little tiny bit characters at this point, and that's really pretty amazing. So that's Pravis. Also, did anybody notice there's a new toy back here? There's something different. Does anybody see it? I picked up the Jumbo Michelangelo from the 80s. He's amazing. Got his nunchucks and his belt. Got him at Tinkerbee Toys in Allentown, New Jersey. About 20 minutes from where I live. It's an awesome store. They have provided me with a lot of things from my collection over the years from toy shows. And then when they open the store, it's great. My buddy Nick and I go there, we're bored on like a Saturday or a Sunday because it's very, very close. You have Donatello? I never had the giant ones as a kid, but I think he's really cool. Hey, Bobby Beretta, long time no see, man. Good to see you. Bobby Beretta, I used to talk a lot on Cinemassacre streams. Good to see you. All right, what do we got next? Oh, let's cut away for a second. We'll do another toy. I can't make up my mind. We got another Club Grayskull figure. This is Evil Seed, as my buddy Mike Matei likes to call him, Turnip Head. This is a character who was in a single episode of Master of the Universe Classics, or the Master of the Universe cartoon show. He made a huge impression on everybody. Everybody remember Evil Seed. They redid him and made him into a character for the 2000X show, and they made him a really scary guy, and totally changed his design. But I'm laughing at Paul. Did they ever make the Star Child? No, they did not. I have the storyboard to the Star Child episode. I have an actual storyboard of that episode. The only figures they really haven't done are very skinny males and little kids. They don't have a buff. They don't have like a body type for that yet. We thought they would eventually do a skinny kid thing so they could make the 2000X Prince Adam because he was kind of scrawny, and then they could use that for some of the other characters from the Filmation show. You just watched that? All right, so we gotta get Evil Seed out of the package. I have the storyboard to the Star Child episode, and I think Fisto's Forest, maybe. I think those are the two I have. Evil Seed. Oh, there's his cartoon art. What people remember the most about this character, I think what made him so memorable, was that when he died, there was this super expressive animation sequence where his head like wilts and collapses, and it was just something you've never seen in a cartoon before, and that made it so crazy. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't have anime tape. I got the knife, so it's okay. Yeah, the anime tape on the loot anime boxes, I can never break it. It's always so tough. Let's see. We got a vine. We got another vine. Ooh. And there he is. This is like a whole new sculpt, a whole new body for Master Universe Classics. This is kind of what I was talking about with like the young male body or a kid body. They have to tool up a new thing. And I wonder if they have any plans to use this for anybody else to make like a skinny wizard character, because these arms are new and that body is new. Got those vine feet. Obviously, they'd have to sculpt different feet. But yeah, he looks awesome. So good with that big turnip head. So he's got a vine accessory here. It doesn't fit over his hand. It just fits into his hand. Kind of interesting. Let's see, does it clip on somehow? Oh yeah, okay. It's got finger grooves in it there. You see them? So which hand does that fit? There we go. So he can shoot his vines out. If you watched 2 weeks ago, we reviewed Meat Sweat from the new Ninja Turtles line, and he would take one of his hands off and attach this weird like tendril looking hand. It kind of reminds me of that. And then in addition to that, he comes with this vine. I don't have a standard figure out. I guess Beastman's closest. This would work better on a He-Man. Yeah, it's not going to fit. He's got too much armor. But you can put these vines around a guy. It would fit over the shoulders, I guess, of a guy that doesn't have such bulky armor. Well, then you could tie somebody up with him. So this guy, was he an exclusive? Like, I'm trying to remember if Evil Seed was the subscription exclusive figure or a surprise character. There was something about him because people were really disappointed they couldn't get him as easily as some of the other characters. He wasn't available on day of sales at all or something like that. You would like a Filmation Dragoon to be made? That would be awesome. I hope one day that we can see new classics or collector's choice based on the 2002 series. There's a lot of characters to be done. Yes, they did actually do, and I've reviewed a few of them today. Travis, the Horde Wraith, Queen Grayskull. They did a 2000X series for a little while that really promoted a lot of those characters, which was great. But it would be awesome if they did some more. And Bobby says he looks awesome, which is great. Yes, this is an awesome figure, and I can't believe I waited so long to open him because I was very excited when they were releasing him. He looks awesome. So other things coming out on the channel. Yeah, it was a subscriber only figure. That's what I thought. You couldn't buy him day of, so you had to subscribe, and that annoyed some people because he's sort of a popular character. Whew. Sorry about that. So to promote an old video, it's not super old, came out last week. This is the Terrasect. Little segue here before we open another figure. The Terrasect is a remote control vehicle made by the Alpha Group. They were cool enough to send this over. Got a remote control. It's got drive wheels there in the front. It's got a little tiny turning wheel in the back. And it's got this crazy feature where it rolls up into a ball. And so if you drive really fast and then roll up, it will like roll on its back and then unfold and keep driving. It's pretty fun. So check out that video if you didn't see it last week. And tomorrow, to plug tomorrow's video is about the evil Red Ranger figure from Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. It's Jason the Red Ranger, but an evil version of him. It's like a robot bad guy. He has like spiky football shoulder pads on him, but his helmet is the Red Ranger from Mighty Morphin. There was a special episode this season that sort of felt like it was inspired by Shattered Grid, which was a storyline that combined Rangers from all eras of Power Rangers. And because this is the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers, every anniversary season there's a special episode where they bring back previous Rangers as guests on an episode. And this time we had evil versions of a whole bunch of Rangers as well as the older characters coming back. So Tommy came back, Wes from Time Force came back, and they all morphed with the Super Ninja Steel guys to fight this army of evil Rangers. And they made one figure based on that episode, which is the Evil Red Ranger. And that figure review comes out tomorrow. So make sure you check that out. It'll be out at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in the U.S. So that's the end of my plugging old and new videos. All right. I have two more items here to unbox, but these are both pretty awesome items. We've got a little preview here. If you're good at identifying MOTU classics, you might know what we've got. First up, we've got Tuscador, and you may notice this package is very big. This is a huge figure. Tuscador is from the New Adventures of He-Man. New Adventures was like a 90s version of He-Man where they went with more of a space theme. I was not a fan of it as a kid. Now as an adult, looking back at the figure designs, they were really cool. The cartoon show was not as good as Filmation. It didn't have the same camp. It had more slapsticky humor that I didn't really like. But the cartoon wasn't great, but the toys were really cool. And I love the classics versions of the figures. Really like how bigger everyone looked in 2002, such as Roboto. In 2000X, Skeletor, He-Man, Teela, Man-at-Arms, Evil Lynn, Trapjaw would be on your wish list. Do you mean the classics versions of the 2000X figures or the original 2002 releases of those figures? But yes, they played with the scale in the 2002 show and made the characters look amazing. Beastman was huge, and so many other characters were just big and hulking and just looked really cool. Not a fan of New Adventures, the show. Yeah, the New Adventures show is not great. Bobby Beretta, I agree now. I think it's kind of cool. And the classics versions. All right, yes, the classics versions of those characters are awesome. They did not make a modern 2000X Roboto. They did make a modern 2000X. No, not Skeletor. They kind of did He-Man. You had to kind of work to get them. You had to kind of mix and match some parts. They did not do Teela. They did a Man-at-Arms, but again, I think you kind of had to mix and match parts. They did Evil Lynn, and they did not do Trapjaw. So there are definitely some ones there. And Tuscador was my name in school. That's great. All right, let's get him out of the package. The reason this guy is so big, like they used the body from Ram Man, and they made Ram Man huge for this line, which is a cool figure. And so they used that as a base for Tuscador. Slice them open. There goes the tusks. He doesn't get a bio. He just gets pictures. They got lazy for a little while. Then they brought the bios back, but the new bios are super wordy and weird. They don't feel like they're written by the same person. So how's America for us guys? Green Yeti asks. All right for me. We got election day coming up on Tuesday for midterm elections. I'm not going to get political on here or anything like that. But, you know, if you like what's going on or you don't like what's going on, go out and vote. Tuscador, there he is. We got to plug in his tusks. So this is him with sort of small, manageable sized tusks. Or he's Jumbo tusks. Where'd it go? Dropped one. There we go. These are more accurate to what the vintage New Adventures figure looks like. The original. He had really big tusks. His action feature was that he could actually capture guys with his tusks. I guess I have him on the wrong side. There we go. So the vintage figure had like a dial that would make them open and close to clamp guys in there. But that is so ridiculous. Like, you can't put this guy on a shelf like that. So I am glad that they gave him more manageable looking tusks. He also comes with a gun. Can't remember if I have the gun for the original figure or not. The New Adventures Classics Wave, I have Galactic He-Man and Intergalactic Skeletor. Yes. And the sculpting on the Classics versions of the New Adventure figures are so good. They took all these great details that were on those figures, but made the details really crisp and everything, and they just look awesome. Like, check this out. We've got these, like, turbine engine shoulders there. He's got this crazy face inside there, which I think is... Ooh, I just took it off. Nope, it's not the Ram Man face. Because he's got like a pilot's helmet on underneath that, which is kind of cool for a space kind of guy. There's the helmet. It just clicks in there. So you can kind of pose his head around a little bit and then put the helmet back on. Beautiful. What do you think, Vincent? Are you still watching? You like Tuscador? He's crazy. He can get Evil Seed. There we go. Now he's got a spot up here. What a massive figure. So here he is against Beastman, just so you can see. Sorry about that. There he is, standing next to Beastman. How huge he is compared to a standard classic figure. The Wraith is deceiving because the Wraith is on a flying stand, so it makes him seem taller. Maybe I need to switch him back to his little tusk so he can stand up better and not be so top heavy. He's got cool, like, futuristic boots there, too. Tuscador reminds me of Mammoth Man. Yes, from the old Muscle Men line. Absolutely. I see the resemblance. All right, we've got one more figure to open up over here. And it's not even a figure. It's a beast. We've got Night Stalker. How many of you guys had the vintage Stridor or Night Stalker as a kid? I love both of those figures a lot, those speeds. And I'm glad that they put them out for classics. Your Strider always wanted this guy, cool purple black color. Yes, Night Stalker, who is the repaint in the original line, the Strider came out first, had such a better color scheme. Man, they really packaged this guy. Look at all these twist ties. This is going to take a hot minute. So did anybody see Bohemian Rhapsody yet? No spoilers in the comments. I really want to see it. But wonder if anybody saw it and if they liked it. I'm seeing good reviews on my Facebook feed. Hoping to get to see it tomorrow, but the plan was to see it today after work. But all the plans for today got messed up. Let's see here. What was the best costume you guys saw from your trick-or-treaters if you guys gave out candy? I had a yellow Power Ranger show up. I thought that was pretty cool. I had Scooby-Doo came here, and at least one Stormtrooper. There were some other good costumes, but those are the ones that stick out in my mind right now. Did any of you guys dress up? I was Optimus Prime for the Screenwave Halloween party. It's an old costume I made a while back, but I keep recycling it because it turned out pretty cool. And for work, I was the ghost of the photocopier, which if you've ever worked anywhere where you need to make copies a lot and you have a bad copier, you know how scary that is. And since they got us a new copier this year, I decided to celebrate by making fun of the old copier. You were the Fortnite guys. Yeah. Did you do all the Fortnite dances? I saw Vincent's Fortnite costume, actually. Feel bad for all the little ones. It rained so bad here. Oh, it was a beautiful night here. I had a little bonfire outside, sat outside the whole time, waiting for the kids to come. It was good. Had about 30 people, 30 trick-or-treaters, I would say. I was just giving away candy left and right because I didn't really want to have any left over. I've been trying to watch what I eat, and I bought way too much candy. So I was like giving it to the adults, and they were like, "Oh, no." I'm like, "No, I insist." And then they were like, "Oh, that's great, man." So they all enjoyed getting candy too. I didn't care if they had costumes on or not. Needed to get rid of it, so I didn't use it all. If it's not here, I'm fine. If it's here, no willpower. We've almost got him out of the package. Come on, Stridor. Oh, this is Night Stalker, not Stridor. My bad. Justin, Tara, and Kieran handed out candy at your house. Oh, yeah, I saw the picture of the Haunt Squad or whatever Justin called them. That's cool. I guess nobody comes to Justin's place. Is he in an upstairs apartment? You never get trick-or-treaters if you're upstairs apartments. Whew, that was a battle. I got one accessory still in here. All right. Sorry about that. That took forever. So if you remember the vintage Stridor and the vintage Night Stalker, you'll know that he's sort of posed like this and you can't move the legs. Well, guess what? This one is super articulated with knees, hips, and hook articulation. So you can pose him around. He's got multiple segments in his neck. This is really cool. There's so much sculpted detail on him. He's got the gun on the back. He's got the guns in the front. Got a big old seat there. There's a nice sticker control panel. And just lots of good sculpted on detail. This is a really, really nice update to a classic toy. They made Night Stalker first. In the original line, he was the repaint, and then recently they did a repaint as Strider. Ooh, I got one really floppy hook. That's a little disappointing. This one's nice and tight. This one's nice and tight. This one, floppy. That's no good. Hate that. You get a weak joint. But let's put Beastman in here so we can see what he looks like. Even though everyone knows Jitsu is the right guy to put in here. Or Skeletor. Skeletor looks really good. Does he sit or does he just stand? Kind of half and half. There we go. His one accessory, he comes with a Nightmare helmet. The original Stridor had a helmet that fit on, but Night Stalker did not come with a helmet, so they sort of made a new helmet for him with a horn and dragon features to it. It's pretty cool looking, but if you want him to look like the vintage figure, you just leave that off. I really, really like him. Don't forget, I won't forget, Green Yeti. I will be definitely talking to you later. You're in a full candy bar neighborhood now. Yes, you're upscale. Paul has bought a new house, and he's got to keep up with the neighbors, I guess. I give out the fun size bars. I gave out 2 to everybody that came up, and if they were a kid that I know, like my neighbor kids, then I gave them 3. So I gave out a lot of candy. Plus, like I said, I was giving 1 to all the adults. And the Power Ranger kid, I didn't know her, but I gave her 3 because she was the Yellow Ranger, and she's gonna need some sugar to save the planet. So there's Night Stalker, looking awesome. So kind of a recap: we opened Beastman in the Filmation style. We opened the 2002 style Queen Grayskull. We opened the 2002 Ford Wraith figure. The 2002 Travis figure. Filmation style Evil Seed. New Adventures Tuscador. And the Steed Night Stalker. So that was a pretty good collection of figures. Got all these guys out of my closet. They'll take up way less space in a box this way than they did still in their package. Maybe I can find a place to display a few of them. I would like to put Night Stalker on display, and Tuscador is too cool to hide away. But like I said, I have a tall, skinny display case packed full of classic figures, and then a low shelf on. If you've ever been Blockbuster Video, I have Blockbuster Video shelves in my toy room. There's one whole strip that's all classic figures, and then I have multiple boxes of ones I don't even have room to display. It's one of my favorite toy lines. I really would like to display more of them, but I feel bad having them out and not having the original figures. So I have 3 shelves of the vintage figures, 1 shelf of the original 2002 figures, 1 shelf that's half New Adventures, half original She-Ra figures, and then a whole bunch of classic figures. But there's so many classic figures. It's a huge toy line. I can't even imagine trying to collect it if you were trying to jump in later. It's pretty crazy. So that's what I've got as far as stuff I brought to open to this stream. I had planned on opening totally different stuff, but then because Erica wasn't coming, I figured I'd do MOTU Classics because she wasn't going to have anything to add. She doesn't know a lot about He-Man yet. She knows the She-Ra theme song. She would probably be singing that to all of you right now. Have you guys heard that the Netflix original She-Ra show, the new She-Ra show, is coming out November 13th, I think I heard. So keep your eye out for that. I'm excited for it. It's definitely different. It's definitely a new style. I think some of the choices are weird, but some of the choices seem great. They're making all of her friends princesses and sort of maybe equally powerful. It's hard to tell from the trailer, but it's not. It's now called She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, kind of like it was He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. It's plural, so it doesn't just mean She-Ra is a Princess of Power, but Mermista and Glimmer and Frosta and Castaspella. I don't even know who all the characters are. They're all princesses of power. And I think that's a cool idea. Catra is like a cat person this time. She doesn't turn from a person into a cat, it seems. Shadow Weaver looks very different. I think we saw Hordak. He looks pretty good. Bo is still in it. So it looks like it should be pretty good. I'm excited for it. I will definitely be watching it when it comes out. I hope to do a review of it, actually. Do you have any mask? I do. Mask. Mobile Armor Strike Command. I have the Rhino, which is the truck. I have Thunderhawk, which is the red car. I have Gator, which is the orange Jeep. I just picked up the purple car. I think it's called the Manta. That was a recent pickup. If you want to see, if you go back, I did a toy show vlog or haul video for Merchantville, New Jersey. I picked that up there. I have Boulder Hill, the command center. I think just missing like the hoses to the gas pump or something like that. And a few more things. I don't have the Switchblade, which is the bad guy plane helicopter that Miles drives. I have the Piranha, I think, the little motorcycle with the sidecar. I need to get Jack. Do I have Jackhammer? I think I need Jackhammer. That's the black 4x4 SUV. that the bad guys had. Mask is great. Hard to find, though. Obscure line, but you have any Black Star. So if you want to see my mask collection, I don't have a video of all the vehicles, but there are videos on this channel that show off all the figures I own. Because I actually, for a long time, was just collecting the minifigures. I had a few masked vehicles as a kid, and they broke because I just played with them a lot, and the transforming actions are a little fragile. So I just wore them out and got rid of them and saved the figures and kept buying figures at yard sales. So I have a really big collection of the figures, and I've done a couple of videos showing them off. Black Star, I have a Black Star figure, and that is it. I don't think I have any of the bad guys. Black Star is just old enough that I was really young, and the line didn't last long enough for me to really get into it. Like He-Man came out in '82, born in the '80s, but it was around long enough that you could get the later figures and go back and buy the original guys because they kept them in stores and like yard sales and stuff. But Black Star kind of was a flash in the pan, so I unfortunately didn't get to collect much Black Star. Mask was always my favorite. It has awesome entire line, but unfortunately, long gone. Yeah, Mask is really cool. I keep hoping they'll do a relaunch of it. Hasbro has talked about including it in their film universe with G.I. Joe and Transformers and everything. We are getting a Bumblebee movie very soon. And there are rumors that there might be a crossover, like a cameo crossover with some other part of the universe in that. And they're also talking about the third G.I. Joe movie is rumored to just be called Snake Eyes. And he's always been the most popular G.I. Joe. Kind of like he's the Wolverine of the X-Men. And we'll see what happens with that. What is Mask? Green Yeti asks. Mask is a toy line from the mid to early 80s where the figures were very, very tiny, like 2.5 inches tall. And they all had vehicles that could transform into something else. It wasn't a real elaborate transformation, but like the Thunderhawk was a Camaro, and the gull-wing doors, like the DeLorean, would flip up, and they were wings, so it could fly. The Switchblade was a blue jet that the wings folded in, and rotor blade popped out of the top, and skids folded down, so it turned into a helicopter. They were minor transformations, but it had a really great cartoon show with an awesome theme. And I think there were three years, maybe 4 years of the toy. I think there was a wave 1, a wave 2, and then like a racing wave. There's also Split Second, which I think maybe was the 4th year of that toy line. I pretty much only have year 1 and some of year 2 of that line. It's always the coolest thing ever. Yeah, Ryan from Cinemassacre, who's on this channel a lot, off and on, he's been wanting to do some mask reviews. He picked up the he picked up the Condor, the green helicopter, the green motorcycle turns into a helicopter that everybody had in the 80s, and the Thunderhawk. And we talked about them last year during the Christmas special, but we never shot a video, but we would like to. Oh, it's almost the end of Kevin's stream. Don't forget to DM me. I won't forget, Green Yeti. I do want to plug again. I hope he's streaming. He said he was going to. Retro Now, I understand it's backwards to you guys. I think it's backwards to you anyway. It shows up backwards on my monitor here. Retro Now, another YouTube channel. He's supposed to be streaming tonight. I checked with him first. I didn't want to compete with him. He's another good guy, local toy collector. See him at RetroCon and a lot of the other toy shows. And he told me he was going on at 9 or 9:30. So I'm streaming now. If anybody else has any other questions, we'll keep talking for a few more minutes. I haven't gotten any notifications that he's live yet from YouTube, so I don't think he's live yet. I'm looking on Twitter to see if there's any messages about it from him yet. Anybody a fan of Weird Paul? Weird Paul published a video today. It's him singing along to Don't Let's Start by They Might Be Giants from the 80s with his siblings. I was dying laughing watching it this morning because They Might Be Giants is like my all-time favorite band. And Weird Paul is such an amazing YouTuber, and it's awesome that he has all these crazy recordings from the 80s. And he made these fan music videos as a kid where him and his siblings would just sing along. Some of them are pretty well done with like little skits built into them. This one is literally just them fighting to be in front of the camera and mouthing the words, but I thought it was pretty funny. Anything else? Anybody else have any other questions? Any other thoughts? or we're going to wrap this up real soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Green Yeti, so glad you could be here. Bobby Beretta, Paul, Heather, Vincent, Tony, I saw you on there for a little while. Rose, who else? I see anybody else in here? Rosa, Green Yeti, cool. Kevin, talk to you in a few minutes. I subbed to him. Sweet. Weird Paul, is that who you're saying you subbed to? Bobby Beretta. Weird Paul is on Screenwave. Great show, man. See you soon. Weird Paul is on Screenwave Media, my YouTube network. He was brought to my attention by Pixel Dan. Dan and Norm the Gaming Historian were doing some research on Monsters in My Pocket, one of my favorite weird 90s toy lines, because they were doing an episode of Dan's video games based on Toy Show, which is Plastic to Pixels. And they found Weird Paul because he did a review of these mail-away Monsters in My Pocket. And they like instantly fell in love with the channel. And Dan sent it to me, and I was showing it around to everybody. And he's so weird and so cool and awesome. All right, see you, Bobby. Thanks for checking out the stream. So definitely check out Weird Paul if you guys want to see some crazy retro stuff. Check out Retro Now if he's streaming later tonight. If you want to see some probably Transformers goodness over there. This has been a ton of fun, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out other videos. There will definitely not be a stream next weekend. Weekend after that, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, guys. It's hard to plan these out too far in advance. All right. We'll see ya.